In this video, I explore things that you should consider to improve your professional email communication. Ahoy, Peter here from Brighter Training, where we aim to help you and your business grow by utilising positive disruption in combination with our bespoke training programs. Now remember, if you haven't already, please take a second to hit like and subscribe. It helps us out, makes us do a happy dance. Now, email is one of the most common forms of communication in businesses. However, it can be a major source of stress for people. Hundreds of unread mail to work through, attempting to follow email trails and conversations, miscommunication, and it's even a cause for major legal risks. Let's look at some things everyone should be aware of if you use email for business. Now, a simple one to start, if you're external and communicating with a business, then make sure that you have a professional email address if sending it to businesses. 𝐿VERFOX@𝐷iscoQueen.com, Bryce, is probably not the best choice. Secondly, don't send emails at 2 o'clock in the morning of the recipient's day. When sending an email to your, other people or to your team, then consider the time that you send it. Set up auto send for a reasonable hour or save it as a draft. Only send it at that time if it's absolutely essential that it's there immediately. I think some people do it because they think it makes them look like they work hard. However, it actually has a few negative effects. It can actually make it look like you can't manage your time well if you still need to be working at 2 o'clock in the morning. It can disturb people if they happen to have their email set to push notifications. And if people receive your email in the evening, it can then make it hard for them to switch off. It's a known psychological effect that people often stress more when they're aware of unfinished work. So let your team switch off, hold out until sending the email until the morning. Next, consider having a clear subject line. So you can look at things like acronyms or instructions in your subject line. So things like non-urgent, no need to reply, FYI only. This just makes it easier for people to scan through their email and prioritize. Now on to a really important one, reply all. So we've all seen it, a company update comes through or a congratulations email to a team for a successful project, and then the reply all responses start. So there is a really simple rule to follow. If you would not call everyone on the list to share your opinion or thoughts, then don't email everyone about them. People do it to raise their own profile or look like a team player. Just don't. And it doesn't matter how high up you are on the corporate ladder. Respond to the individuals involved, or better yet, give them a call or go and see them. Only reply all if the message that you are sending is important and relevant to every single person on that list. So the next tip, consider using a signature block at the end of your email, even within the same organization. It makes direct contact easier if someone needs to give you a quick phone call, just to be able to look at the bottom of your email and see your details there. Now, when it comes to starting your email, always start with a professional salutation. Hey y'all, what's up? Yo peeps. Not appropriate. Now, the use of exclamation points. Use one and only if it's absolutely necessary to convey excitement. Now, ideally, keep your emails as succinct and as short as necessary. So email is not meant to be a script of what you would say in a live meeting. Okay, it's a written communication. Plan it like an essay where you would get bonus points for using less words. Now, when writing emails, it's important to understand that tone still exists. So be aware of humor, sarcasm, any other emotion that you portray, which could be misinterpreted by the reader. They often can't be interpreted clearly on an email. So if you're in doubt, just leave it out, keep it professional. Now, before sending an email, remember to proofread it, not only for errors in grammar and punctuation, but for commercial sensitivity and HR appropriateness. And while we're on that note, keep in mind that nothing is confidential. So once you put something in writing, it becomes a formal record for the business. So avoid personal opinions, opinions about other people. Don't make jokes about improper business practices. Basically, imagine if what you wrote is brought up in a court of law, your joke suddenly may seem a lot more sinister without context or without the relationships behind it. So double check the recipient before sending. The number of times, especially in large organizations, you'll type in a few letters to bring up a name and not realize that it's actually for someone completely different with a similar name in another country. Double check that. And finally though, Consider using phone calls or collaboration tools such as Microsoft Teams to better track projects, especially if you find yourself sending drafts of documents or presentations to people. People in a team can end up with like 8 different versions of documents as different people open, update, forward them on. So use SharePoint, use Microsoft Teams, use other methods available to collaborate. So I hope that gives you some ideas and topics for discussion for you and your team. For some more formal training on this or any other business process programs, please feel free to reach out to us at any time. Our contact information can be found on our website, and that's included in the description below. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, and remember to subscribe and have a great day.